Kickback podcast. I'm your host, Terran, and I'm joined by my co-host, Flare. Say hello.
What's up, everybody?
Now, you guys are probably all wondering, who in the world are these two strangers talking to me, and what is this podcast about? Well, grab a drink, kick back, relax, while we share with you a bit about ourselves and our goals. So, who are we?
Yeah, okay, well, let's get to the obvious question. Who are we? We're just a couple of guys who want to discuss topics that we have a passion for, like football and gaming or sports in general, really. And we just want to get the word out there on some of the most compelling storylines of the NFL or thought-provoking discussions on the state of gaming, like what's AAA gaming? Isn't there 4A gaming? Stuff like that. And
Yeah,
honestly, we just want to talk about two core industries that fans are most passionate about. And the big question is, what are we all about? Our podcast is a passionate exploration of football and gaming, aiming to inform and ignite insightful conversations on the landscape of both industries. So, Taryn, what primary topics could the audience expect us to discuss soon?
oh yeah, certainly. We can definitely dive into that. I guess to start, we probably went over primarily football, and we'll discuss the NFL specifically, and then college prospects once we lead up to the draft around this time. That'll be in our next episode as a teaser. What will the
Little
Bears
teaser.
pick in the draft? So we'll discuss some prospects there. We'll discuss gaming as a whole, game developers like Blizzard, EA, Ubisoft, you name it. Maybe even some startups as that's been generating more traction, and just the socio-political landscape of both football and gaming. It's a big word, but what does that mean? It means that we're trying to find the social meaning and justification of like each business decision from a company, whether it's in the gaming world or football. Just talk how this impacts general people like us. How could it impact the fan base? How could it impact an organization? And that could lead into one of our other episodes, like whether gaming is or AAA gaming is irrelevant. Um, I mean that kind of affects all gamers like us. We all want to play a good game, and many developers, kind of been slacking off. Like if you boot up a game, right, you're trying to access the online server to hop on with your buddies that have
And
just
some
bought the game as
games.
well. Just imagine trying to get in a squad, right, Flair? But
Yeah.
it doesn't work. Like
Nope.
it's
And
just
then it's
you reached
confusing
the
and
server
annoying.
error, or you're in a queue. But what does work? Guess what? The store.
Yeah, the
Like,
store works because they want to get you for everything you got, and they want every penny.
mhm. So this decline of just gaming company quality is just not just unique to gaming, but entertainment as a whole. But it's just been a downhill trend, which we'll discuss furthermore. But
Mm-hmm.
back to our mission. We want to greatly inform our users on the topics that we discuss, like football and gaming, and ultimately provide some insight and thoughts to pave the way for a greater conversation for everybody outside of our lives, but into your lives. Sometimes we'll do an informative episode, other times a persuasive, and we'll get into some rants as well, just some heated conversations on what we truly believe we should do. In the end, we just want to work to provide the best content in the world and shed light on topics in both industries, even if they're overshadowed or just not discussed at all. So, with that being said, Flair, can you discuss our episode schedule and how we stream our content?
I would love to. So, first, we will obviously be streaming live on YouTube and Twitch simultaneously, and for our audience. And once that is done, we will convert the file to an MP3, and then we will post this on Apple Podcasts, which can then spread to multiple platforms like Spotify or others. And also, we will obviously be re-uploading it to YouTube, which is pretty simple, but like, yeah. And then as for our scheduling, we will try to release at least one episode once a week on the weekend, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. So when most of you guys are off school or off work and you just need 30 to 45 minutes to kick back, relax, we're right here for you. And we can just give you something to talk about. The episode will be released a day or two after our stream, so we can have time to edit or do anything we need to do. And also, we can also upload more episodes weekly depending on how hot news is in the football world. Like, for
Oh yeah.
example, Zach Wilson just got traded. So, like, obviously, we'd probably make an episode real quick talking about that.
Or
But
a
covering
blockbuster
a game
trade like
release,
that Texans trade with Stephon
yeah,
Diggs.
Stephon Diggs, things like
That could be
that. Other
changing the
situations.
landscape, you know.
Yep, in other situations that could result in more frequent episode streams. So that is basically our schedule and how we will be doing things. Now, finally, I would like to thank all of you for joining us on our first episode. Hopefully, you were able to learn a bit more about both of us. For more content, please catch our socials such as Twitter or X and platforms like YouTube, Twitch, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Thank you all so much for listening to the Terran and Flare Kickback podcast. Take it easy, guys.
Take it easy.